Hey, Owen. I just finished with all the paperwork at the nursing home. Your mom has been safely admitted without trouble. She said she likes her room.
Okay. You must be glad she's not your responsibility anymore. You can live without burden.
Why do you say things like that?
It's true, though. Without her at home, you'll have nothing to do. Now you get to be a bored, full-time housewife.
There are a lot of things I have to do around the house as a housemaker. Besides, I will be visiting her every week.
Well, obviously. Still, it's so much better than taking care of her at home 24/7.
You're right. But I don't make it sound like you did anything for her. I took care of her, not you.
Excuse me? You live off what I make at work. I have the right to say whatever I want.
You may. But I don't think you understand anything about taking care of an elderly at home. The past 5 years have been really hard for me.
Yeah, right. I don't think you understand how hard it is to work for your family day and night. Don't be so full of yourself just because you took care of my mom.
I'm not being full of myself.
Yes, you are. It means you think you're better if you talk back to me. But you don't get to do that. Not when you don't even make a penny.
If it were a job to take care of your mom, I would have made a lot by now.
Give me a break, woman. You know nothing about making money or caregiving. See, this is why I hate talking to housewives. None of you have a sense of professionalism.
I will gladly work again. Think about it. Your mom is in a nursing home now. The kids are in college. If you think I'll be bored, then I will find a job.
You? Work? This is hilarious. How long has it been since you last had a job? Why on earth do you think you'll be of any use for any kind of job?
You don't know that. It's true I haven't worked in a while, but it doesn't mean I have never worked. Surely there is something out there I can do.
Don't embarrass yourself. You think you can do these things, but you can't. And no one would hire an old woman like you.
I think I would be able to find something at nursing homes. Perhaps as a housekeeper in the facility, or even a caregiver. I do have hands-on experience with your mother.
You're not even trained. Anyone can take care of their family in their own home. And I think you are forgetting that you have to do your own housekeeping. Will you do all the chores perfectly? Without any compromise?
I think I can if I only work part-time. I have taken care of your mom while I do all the housework, so I don't think it's impossible.
Well, it is impossible. Once you start working, you'll end up doing overtime because of this and that and blah, 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 blah. I can easily imagine you slacking on chores. Wait a minute. Are you saying you want to get a job because you don't want to do housework?
What? No, Owen.
I'm probably right. Or you just want cash now that you have time to play around.
You really don't trust me, do you? I'm only suggesting to work because you keep saying I live off of what you make. If you don't like paying everything for me, then I'm saying I am happy to provide for myself.
Nothing good comes out of women with money. You know, just keep your mouth shut and do as I say. You won't find any job anyway. No one will want you.
Sure, whatever.
It's best for a woman to stand behind her husband and do as he says. Try not to piss me off, especially now that you are old and worthless. Erica, where the hell is my lunch?
It's in the fridge. Do you not see it?
You're making me warm my own food?
Yes? I hope you don't mind me to do that for you.
Why the hell do I have to do a chore on a day off? It's your damn job to have food ready so that I can eat it as soon as I want it!
I told you I was seeing your mother today. I specifically told you that you'll be eating on your own if you're not visiting her with me. How am I supposed to warm your food while being at her nursing home, huh?
I'll not eat such cold food!
That's what microwaves are for. Do you not know how to use it?
I should be your priority, not my mother! Why the hell did you not prepare my food before you went off to see her?
The food that is in front of you right now, see it? I made that for you before I left. I put it in the fridge so that it stays fresh. Now, all you need to do is put it in the microwave and warm it up for a couple of minutes. You know, if you can't even do that, you are going to have a lot of trouble in the future.
Why the hell would I have any trouble?
You don't know if I'll be around forever. Anything could happen to me. What are you going to do then? You should stop being dependent on me.
What, dependent on you? Who the hell makes money to put food on your table?
You do.
If you know that, why can't you listen to what I say? How many times do I have to tell you? You always forget anything I say in seconds. You're dumber than a chicken.
It's not that I don't understand that you pay for me. I'm just worried for you. You don't know what life has in store for you.
Sure I do. I have nothing to worry about as long as you do as I say. And that includes you not getting sick while I'm alive. You will manage your health so that you can take care of me and do your role.
Owen, you know I can't control everything. I could end up with a terminal illness or get hit by a car tomorrow. Stop acting like a child.
You're the one disobeying me like a child. Why won't you listen to me? Just come home now.
What? Even if I leave now, it will take me an hour to get home.
I said come home.
You would rather wait an hour than use the microwave for a couple of minutes? The food is right in front of you.
You need to do your job.
Owen, seriously?
I have never been more serious. I'm telling you that you need to complete the task you are required of.
I can't come home just yet. I have a meeting about your mother with the caregivers in the afternoon. You will have to warm your food by yourself.
You still want to argue with me?
I really prefer not to.
What is wrong with you? You can't have an attitude with me. I'll kick you out of the house. In fact, I don't have a problem if you don't come home at all.
I'm sorry, but no matter what you say, I can't come home at the moment. I have my obligations to your mother and caregivers too. I will not spare it to warm your food. If you don't want to warm it yourself, then you will have to wait for me to come home after the meeting.
I said, come home now! I'm serious! You've pissed me off badly, Erica! If you don't come home now, your life is over. Are you there? Hello? Reply to me, bitch! Erica, how long are you gonna refuse to do your job? You need to do the chores.
I have not refused. You don't see it, but I've actually done some housework so that the house doesn't become dump.
Some housework? Give me a break! Cleaning is not the only work you need to do. You don't wake me in the morning, don't even say hello. You make me eat on my own. What kind of a wife are you?
You can wake yourself up in the morning. You're not in elementary school. Besides, the food you eat on your own is still prepared by me. And I don't say hello to you because you have been ignoring me. Was I supposed to say hello anyway if you ignore me? Why should I try to be nice when you're not?
You don't understand what it means to be a wife.
I do though, and from what I understand, being a wife is different from being a mother. You are an adult for crying out loud. You are an old man. It's quite embarrassing for a bloke like you to fully depend on a woman to get by.
Hey! Watch yourself. You get to live a decent life because I earn money. If you continue on with that attitude, I'll kick you out. I can disown you anytime. I have the authority to do that. You should try not to piss me off more than you already have.
I really don't care if you decide to disown me. But you should know that I'm not the one leaving this house. You are.
What, have you gotten mad? This is my house. No one has been kicked out but you.
Too bad, Owen. You see, this house is actually mine now. Your mom transferred the ownership of this house to me.
My mom did what?
Yep, you read right.
Why on earth would you do something like that?
Probably because you never did anything for her. You dumped everything on me, and she knew that. I should note that both of us also know that you were having an affair with another woman while I was busy taking care of your mom. She left you though, didn't she? But I'll be taking legal actions for putting me under distress.
What are you talking about? You don't have any proof.
Don't underestimate me, Owen. Of course I do. You acted like you owned me or something. Treated me like a slave all along. Your mom knew it and had a lot of sympathy for me. You should be ashamed that you made your elderly mother apologize for your behavior. It was her idea to join a nursing home because she didn't want me to live like this any longer. And when she did, she had all documents prepared so that she could transfer the ownership of this house. I now have the legal right to ask you to move out. So, like I said, you're the one getting kicked out. You better start packing the moment you get back from work.
Why am I hearing this now? Why didn't you tell me? You can't just suddenly make me move out!
You were telling me to get out a few minutes ago, though. You're telling me that you can, but not me? Well, you should try to understand that the wheels have turned. You can't act like a child and refuse to be treated the way you were treating others.
My mom would not choose you over me! You two didn't even get along when we began to live in the same house.
But I still treated her with respect and took care of her. It didn't take long for her to realize I wasn't a bad person. Or that her own son, on the other hand, was.
Wait, you need to give me a minute. I'm not following any of this.
It doesn't matter if you do. Even if you don't understand, it won't change a thing. You are leaving this house immediately. By the way, I don't think I need to mention this, but we are obviously getting a divorce. My lawyer will be contacting you with the details.
Erica, let's not be emotional. We should sit down and talk this through.
What? But you were ready to kick me out. What is there to talk about?
About our future, of course. Even if you own the house, how are you gonna make a living? It'll be too difficult for you to find a job.
Everything will be fine, because I got myself a full-time job.
Huh?
I never told you, but I started a part-time job a little while ago at a nursing home as a caregiver. They were impressed with the knowledge I had and offered me a full-time position. I told them you were about to kick me out, and they have been nothing but supportive.
They must be desperate to hire someone like you.
Caregivers are needed everywhere, you know? So my hands-on experience and qualification made me a great candidate for a lot of jobs in the market.
Wait, what? You don't have any kind of qualifications?
I do. I completed all the requirements while I was taking care of your mom. She really helped me with it, you know? So now you know. I have absolutely no problem if we get a divorce. In fact, I strongly prefer it now, so that is the direction we will be heading. Pack your things tonight and go. You no longer belong in this house. Hi, Owen. I packed your stuff and they can be picked up anytime. As usual, I did everything for you. Now all you have to do is take them with you, and I really hope that will be soon.
Erica, please wait! We haven't finished talking!
But it's been a couple of days since our last conversation. I patiently waited, but you still haven't packed your stuff. I said you were getting kicked out, so get moving.
I don't want to go!
Sorry, I wasn't asking about your feelings. Aren't you embarrassed you still need me to do everything for you? I can't believe I had to pack your stuff after telling you everything.
I wasn't planning on packing anything!
Why not? Do you mean I could just throw everything away?
No, of course not! I mean, I don't want to get a divorce!
Oh. Well, sorry you changed your mind, but it doesn't matter to me. I wish to get a divorce very strongly. I hope we could settle things between ourselves, but it looks like we need our lawyers too, after all. I will inform him that you will reach him.
I said wait! You can't just ignore me and decide on everything! Just hold on a second, will ya?
I can't, Owen. I must go on with my life. And I have already given you a couple of days. I can't give you any more time. I want to clear the house before I officially start as full-time next month.
What do you mean you want to clear the house?
I'm selling it. I have to clean it while I have the time.
You're selling my house? Are you mad? You can't sell what my mother just gave you!
First of all, it's not your house. It's mine. And second, she knows about it. In fact, she recommended I sell the house when she transferred the ownership.
I tried to reach her to clarify things, but the staff won't let me in. They won't even transfer my phone calls.
Because she told me not to. She doesn't like how you yell when you get excited and worries you would scare everyone. It's not healthy, especially for the elderly folks. And for your information, she's not interested in seeing you either.
This is absurd. You're selling the house I grew up in, where I made lots of great memories with my family, and you were ambushing me to a divorce. What have I worked for all these years?
Don't pretend like you ever worked for your family. You barely handed me enough to put food on the table. Yet, you would always complain how boring my cooking was, and you were such a cheapskate about what the kids could buy. Even if they needed something for school, you would complain that they were being greedy. Do you know I used to pay from the money I saved before marrying you? And then I had to ask my parents sometimes if they would pitch in.
I've always worked for my family.
Is that so? Well, I'm sorry, but it never seemed like it. And it's kind of hard to believe since you had that girlfriend of yours. It's not really convincing now, is it? To say you worked for your family while you betrayed them. Besides, you treated me horribly. You thought I was a slave or something, didn't you?
Of course not!
Well, then how could you have mistreated me for years? I am human too. If you say or do nasty things to me, I get hurt. The reason why I'm divorcing you is because I can't let you hurt me anymore. I refuse to be your punching bag.
Erica, I'm sorry!
It's way too late for an apology. How could I accept it, huh?
I don't want our marriage to be over. These past couple of days, I've been reflecting on what I've done to you. And how I've been dependent on you. Please give me a chance to make it all up to you. I will make sure I learn how to handle things on my own.
You see, I have given you many chances, but instead of listening, you explode every time, telling me that I was being disobedient. You never changed in the past, so I firmly believe you won't be able to change one bit in the future. That is why we are getting a divorce.
I'm sorry. I deeply regret what I have done. I'm begging you not to abandon me, please! I can't live without you, Erica!
How pathetic. I thought I was old and worthless to you, that I only needed to obey you.
I wasn't being serious, I swear!
Even if you didn't mean it, it still hurt me. You hurt me countless times. You can't take it back now. An apology is way overdue and will not be accepted.
Erica, don't leave me! You can live however you please from now on. You have my full support. Please don't say you're divorcing me. Please, take me back!
No. You did this to yourself, Owen. I can live on my own. You should learn how to as well. Maybe start by learning how to use the microwave. Owen had a hard time accepting reality, and our conversation didn't move forward for weeks. I had finally had enough and left everything in the hands of my lawyer after a while. Thanks to them, our divorce was filed 6 months later. Foreseeing a divorce in the future, I had been collecting proof of his infidelity and abuse for several years. The collection was more than enough to confirm my grounds. It helped me win a significant amount of consolation money, as well as divisions of assets. I was very pleased with the outcome, that he finally got what he deserved. He refused to leave the house for a while, so I ended up calling the police to remove him. I sent his belongings to his storage to clear the house, and shortly after, the property was successfully sold. The last time I saw him in court, he was wearing a tired, wrinkled shirt that made him look very miserable. I heard rumors that he found himself a small condo, but because he doesn't know how to do any housework, his home is literally full of trash. I bet he still doesn't know how to wash or iron clothes, or take out the trash. Owen should know by now how much I have done for him all those years, and regret that he ever mistreated me. After our divorce, I invited my children for a celebration. My kids always knew what a horrible husband he was to me, and supported me throughout the divorce. It looks like he has contacted them multiple times for help, but knowing he would manipulate them, the kids have chosen to ignore him. As for me, I have gotten used to my full-time job as a caregiver. It has been a very long time since I've last had a job, but thankfully, I have been able to enjoy it. I am grateful for my mother-in-law for pushing me forward, and for my coworkers for giving me the opportunity to start a new life.